Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of The Recall Files. We've done Resident Evil 4, we've done Resident Evil 5, so it only makes sense to do Resident Evil 6, right? And it's a good one to do because we can sort of see how the series changed. Not for the better in that little 7-year spell. Resident Evil 6 of course come out in 2012. And I had to think about what we're going to do because obviously I've just done the first chapter, but Resident Evil 6 of course had these 4 massive campaigns that were all co-op, and we'll talk in depth about them, but yeah, these levels are quite long off memory. We'll do this might be a 2-parter, and let's get straight into it. We're going to play as Chris, they'll do the first chapter, we'll do it on Veteran, and I'm going to play as Chris. Yeah, I don't want anybody to join, so we'll just get started. One of the great things about Resident Evil 6 is people can join into your game at any time, both as enemies or a human companion. I've never played through Resident Evil 6 completely on my own, like 5. I've only ever played with it through a friend, just the once. And we've had our fun. It's got its issues, for certain. And I can't really remember the controls, and the controls are quite in-depth. But Chris's campaign is very Call of Duty oriented.
I have to face the truth. Accept responsibility. That's the only way I'll ever remember.
But I kind of prefer Chris's campaign because at least it actually commits to doing action, whereas Leon's tries to pretend it's a zombie game. But it just doesn't work. But I mean, you've literally got the voice actor from Baseplate, you know, doing the Radio HQ voice here, so it is very clear we aren't playing Resident Evil 1 anymore in Spencer Mansion. All hell is breaking loose, you know, China's on fire. And Resident Evil 6, yeah. A game that gets ragged on a lot, and sometimes you wonder, is it going to get some like delayed appreciation like Resident Evil 5 kind of has? But I mean, that doesn't appear to be on its way anytime soon, and I don't think it ever will, because Resident Evil 6 as a Resident Evil game is utterly atrocious. I'll just remind myself of the controls here. The controls are actually pretty cool when you get used to them, doing stuff like that. How do you punch? There we go. That's going to be important. But you can do all sorts of sliding, you've got a stamina bar, all sorts of combos. Kind of plays more like a Devil May Cry game, to be honest, but yeah, there's a lot of fun to be had here.
HQ copy.
But Resident Evil 6 as a Resident Evil game is utterly atrocious. It deserves the reputation it got. It pretty much single-handedly killed the series for a little bit. It took a long time to come back with, you know, Resident Evil 7. Some 6 years? Was it 5 years later, sorry.
I'm on it.
So I'm going to get right into the things. The game does look pretty good even now for 2012. I don't think individual textures look so great, but character models like Chris and Piers, Leon, Ada, that Helena Harper, they all look really good in fairness. So let's get into it. But yeah, we're definitely in Gears of War territory. I mean, Resident Evil 5 was heavily influenced by Gears of War. Resident Evil 6 kind of is just Gears of War. But the co-op works a lot better here because I don't have to ever worry about Piers. You know, he will just use his own weapons. I don't have to rely on him. So, you know, I don't have to save him, rather, which is helpful. But Resident Evil 6 is an actual game. You can do a hell of a lot worse than this. If you need a game to play with a friend, an action game where it's a big zombie apocalypse, you know, and it's all about shooting and action, and you want 15 to 20 hours, all co-op, you can't do much better than, honestly, Resident Evil 6. And I'm not just saying that, it's true. Why can't I pick up the herbs? I'm trying to remember how to use this. Store in case. Will that help to do it? Oh, I hate this. Get rid of the grenade. Oh, it won't let me do it, will it? I don't think I got rid of it. This is the awkwardness of these controls. What is good and what is bad? No, discard. There we go. So when you get rid of when you get rid of something, it actually vanishes for good. Well, a lot of crap. Anyway, we've lost a grenade. Don't worry, grenades aren't too good. But as I say, you need a game to play with a friend. My god, you can't do a lot. There's a lot worse you could do. You're going to get 15 to 20 hours of entertainment. It might not always be good, but you're going to have a blast, you know. Just take it for what it is, and you'll have a great time. And for that alone, I'll always kind of recommend Resident Evil 6, especially when it's cheap. It's got a piece on the Resident Evil tapestry, you know, for better or worse. And what I love about Resident Evil is it's such a diverse series in terms of entries. You just don't know what you're going to get between entry to entry, and it's a good and bad thing, you know. We've covered a lot of Metal Gear Solid on the Recall Files, and, you know, the series has obviously evolved, but it's always been stealth, primarily, you know. The games have not really changed that much in terms of core mechanics. Resident Evil has some core mechanics, but it really changes them. Like, this is where people take issue. We've got enemies with guns here, and it's like, man, look at the first Resident Evil, where there's just nothing like this. We've got melee combos. But if you look at Resident Evil 4, you know, what we've just played, you can really see the difference in what's happened in the last few years in the series, from 2005 to 2012. And it's interesting because this was unfortunately a bad time for horror games. You know, because not long after Resident Evil 4, the amazing Dead Space came out, which took the industry by storm. Very similar to Resident Evil 4. Very similar games, to be fair, for all intents and purposes. That is just Resident Evil in space. It's still a lot of fun. It's more than just a lot of fun, but Dead Space 1 is one of the greatest games of all time. Dead Space 2 continues that trend. I do prefer the first one, but I am a bit of a minority there. I know most people prefer the second one, but I just love the first one. Just love being on the Ishimura. In fact, I love the first one so much that my favourite part of Dead Space 2 is going back on the Ishimura. So, that should tell you everything you know about me.
Still trying to wrap my
But
head around
unfortunately, there was another game in that series called Dead Space 3 that came out not long after this. And that similarly wasn't great. Again, a fine video game. You know, great production quality, great big budget, co-op. Much like the Gears of War influence, unfortunately. You know, as amazing as Gears of War is, it's had, much like Call of Duty, a bit of a negative influence.
You know, I figured you'd be a little rusty, but it looks like all that training is kicking right in.
But unfortunately, that's just how it works. But yeah, Dead Space 3 was a big letdown, basically. Just a complete action game. I've never actually... I tried Dead Space 3, and I just couldn't get into it. Playing it solo didn't feel right. I wish I could have found someone to play it with. I mean, I've got a few friends who may have been willing to, and maybe one day, because I've heard that the co-op is actually quite good, and it does actually lead into horror at times, which is something the main game never does, so... Yeah, there's something to be said for that. I'm not a fan of how the game's putting me in game mode. Now, right, let's get back into this. As I said, I've been having some awkward glitches recently with PS5 recording. Very annoying. Not something I've had at all on PS4, but let's get some awesome melee takedowns and forget all about it. Thankfully, I had just got a checkpoint. And at some point, I'll show off the awful cover mechanics for a game that come out after Gears of War 1. It is shameful, the cover mechanics in Resident Evil 5 and 6. But yeah, as I was saying, Dead Space 3 is supposed to have some great cover mechanics, but I sadly never played them, and unfortunately, Dead Space is a series that appears to be pretty dormant now and pretty dead. It's a shame. Oh, dodge him. Get a neck break. Very nice. That should be an instant kill. That it is. Not getting much ammo, which is a worry. That's the only thing. Resident Evil plays it like a horror game, but it doesn't really give you... Sorry, an action game. It doesn't always give you action game ammo, but if you play it like a Resident Evil game and conserve your ammo, then you'll have more ammo than you know what to do with, because you're kind of going to be playing in that old school mentality of like, I've got to save my ammo, it's Resident Evil, but despite what I've said, it really doesn't apply, because you do get more than enough ammo, but it can just feel a bit light for an action game. I'd say you can just go around meleeing people like this anyway. Although I don't know what this game's like on professional, I bet it's pretty tricky. But here's the cover mechanics. I'm using the thumbstick to aim and move. It's very bizarre. But thankfully the one shot, which is L2 and R2 combined, is pretty great at staggering enemies. As I say, there is a lot of fun to be had with this combat. And you can get some good parries as well. As I say, you'll feel like you're playing Devil May Cry as opposed to Resident Evil. Chris is pretty knackered though, so I better take it careful. But yeah, you wouldn't have thought you'd get this in Resident Evil. Is there a quicker way to get my energy back? Do I have to lie down maybe? Yeah, lying down, look at that stamina bar, that was shot right up. So there is some actual mechanical depth to this. crunch his head, because Chris has got massive arms. They're not as big as Resident Evil 4, sorry, 5, but they're not far off. And then they made him really skinny in Resident Evil 7, and we all complained, so we got him back to the Chris that we know and love in Resident Evil 8. And I genuinely thought he was going to die in that game. I was kind of surprised he made it to the end. Ah, big Pastor enemies. I might use the shotgun. Oh, that's not a shotgun, that is a sniper. Do I have a shotgun? I do. I thought I said, playing Call of Duty, not Resident Evil anymore. Big slap. We've basically got a bit of a mini boss here. The shotgun is not that fun to use. They massacred my boy from Resident Evil 4. There we go, nice easy kill there. Ow. But yeah, hit damage, it can be hard to define like how we're getting hit sometimes. I think that's a lot of the sort of frustration really of this game.
You two, stay here and tend to the wounded.
HQ.
But when I played through this game, my partner played as Leon, because you just decided he could play as Leon, so I played as Elena, and then I played as Chris, he played as Piers, and I think for the third campaign, I think I might have played as Sherry Birkin, and they played as Jake Mueller. So they got like the, definitely the better characters to play with.
Roger.
Let's say, I won't mind playing for Resident Evil 6 completely on my own at some point, like
Enemy
fully,
sighted!
rather than
Find
the odd
cover!
mission, because you sort of can see what the game's really judge it, because playing the co-op was always better, so you get a bit more fun out of it.
HQ to all teams.
But yeah, I think it's moments like this is when people are like, what has happened to our Resident Evil? But 5 did this as well. I think there's a video or something when it's like the one corridor that ruined Resident Evil forever. And there's a specific bit near the end of 5 where you literally go down a hallway and it becomes Gears of War, where you're taking cover against guys with AKs. But it's right near the end. I think that was the big difference, whereas with this game, it's right from the off. I think that's where a lot of the annoyment came from, really. And flicking through these weapons can be a bit of a pain as well, to be honest. Let's get some ammo. That looks like machine gun ammo to me. But I know Resident Evil. It is. Finally, some ammunition. Assault rifle's pretty fun to use, at least. But yeah, it was a big time when Capcom was really trying to chase that Western market. There was a big time in games where game series kept getting changed to appeal to the Call of Duty crowd, and it was a strategy that me and my friends often talked about and said we never understood it, because if you try and make a Call of Duty product, people are just gonna keep playing Call of Duty because that's the series they know and love. And if they do check out your game, they're gonna play it for a bit and say, "Oh, it's quite cool. It's like Call of Duty, but not as good," and then just go back to Call of Duty. So you're never gonna win them over. I think that was sort of we always argued this and said never understood that mentality that game devs seem to develop around now. Capcom in particular just completely ditched their Japanese roots and really tried to get in the Western market, like this game for instance, and also Devil May Cry, which massively changed obviously, as people may be aware. Emo Dante, as he was affectionately known as at the time. Get rid of the name launcher out, that'll settle things. And to be fair, that Devil May Cry game there's actually a lot of fun to be had with it, but it isn't what people bought Devil May Cry for. They all loved the original Dante. But now Capcom appears to be pretty back on track, in fairness. You know, Devil May Cry is doing really well with the 5th game, back to its roots. And Resident Evil appears to be pretty strong now with remakes that admittedly people are getting a bit sick of. And apparently Resident Evil 1 is supposed to be getting another remake, and I'm really not. I kind of get it, because then you've got this modern hardware version of the first 3. But I can also live without it. I think it'd be tough to do, because Resident Evil 2 is easy to expand with Raccoon City. Resident Evil 1 is so enclosed in the mansion. I'm not sure how you'd open that up to an effective remake in the modern era, but it'd be curious to see them try. Let's get some shotguns in here. Yeah, you don't have to worry about Piers dying. The other person to worry about dying is yourself. Not like Sheva, who can get whacked, as we beautifully saw in the Resident Evil 5 village section. But look at us here, we're going through rooms, we are literally playing like a Call of Duty game here. Did Pierce kill him? No, he did not. What a silly boy. We'll finish this off. There we go. Nice crunch. They nailed that crunch sound at least. But Leon's first few chapters are very different to this. They really do try and be horror. It's kind of endearing, actually. You're in a school, which is a really good setting, actually, really creepy. And it tries, and it has got a few moments where you're like, wow, this is pretty horror, but it just can't stick the course because it just isn't a horror game. But as I say, I like Chris's because Chris is like, well, we're doing Gears of War, so here's Gears of War. Let's get some stealth kills in though. Yep, that's stealth. That is Resident Evil stealth. Well, having said that, the series is pretty stealthy these days now. They kind of introduced that a bit with the 6th game, where the 7th game, sorry, where you could kind of avoid Jack if you walked quietly. Just shows though how series change in time, doesn't it? And I think we're going to get to them 2 towers at the back. Is it them? Yeah. But yeah, we're literally saving hostages. I mean, why these like zombies and weapons are taking hostages? It's all a bit bizarre, but as I say, it's Call of Duty. They have hostages, so we're doing it. That's kind of this game's mentality. Oh, the pastor arms are coming. He's not even dead, that guy. But yeah, cover's pretty hard to use. Try and get some cover in because I'm getting lit up. Not sure how the health works. I don't know if I'll regenerate a square if I just hide for a minute, or if I'm lost. No, it's coming back. So there is some quasi regeneration. Let's get this jump done. Yeah, little things like that. Having to press the button every time to jump could be a right pain. Really, there's a bit where you have to jump between like rafts. I think in Leon's campaign and on co-op it's so easy to knock each other off, because when you get whacked at all from behind when jumping, your character goes flying. It's hilarity does ensue.
We've regrouped and are awaiting new orders.
But yeah, there was a time when every game was basically Gears of War or Call of Duty clone, and there was a lot to dislike back then, but for what it's worth, I think gaming's we're in a good place now. Should we use... Can I use the first aid spray? That would be nice. There we go. That should get me some ammo, right? There we go. Inventory management, still a thing. I mean, first aid spray is quite useful. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I wanted the ammo to do this. Ah, bat enemies. These enemies are hella annoying, actually. Because they can still shoot you. Like it's bloody Call of Duty still. But I've got a grenade launcher with lots of ammunition, which feels very weird. But yeah, I'm sure at some point I'll do Resident Evil 7, and you can just see the difference in games. It is utterly absurd. But it was what Resident Evil needed, and I'm glad we never got the reboot thing. I mean, Resident Evil 7 is kind of a reboot, but it's not, it is the continuity, and Resident Evil 8 makes, throwbacks to, having Chris in. So it's the same series still going on. I'm never a big fan of a reboot or just throwing away years of canon, unless heavily justified like it's run its course, but... Here's some of the swag moves we've got. Let's get this guy down. Lovely stuff.
All clear.
There is a bit where you've got to go across like a rope and you have to get covered. Oh, it's not this. Of course, we cannot cross roofs unless joined at the hip. It might be this. We might get separated here. Yeah, I remember this. My friend didn't enjoy this, so I've got a mash.
Memory saved me there.
Got a mash square. In case you couldn't tell.
I'm taking a little fire here.
Now, do I need to actually shoot them, or is Piers going to help me? Oh no, he's not. So I need to just mash square, but... This is like force damage, isn't it, basically? But yeah, good job Chris got them massive arms, man. You think Kratos is buff? I mean, that guy's literally a god. And his arms are smaller. Still, I take this Chris over Resident Evil 6 Chris.
Gonna need a hand here. Make your way
I
back
think
to me
Resident
ASAP.
Evil is running into a bit of an issue, as a lot of game series that is, that our favourite video game characters are really getting old now. You know, Chris and Leon, like, got to be in their 50s now. And there comes a point where reasonably you have to sort of retire them, but they're such brands now at this point, you know, brand recognition of, you know, Leon and Chris are just as iconic as anything else. And I think the struggle to create new characters can be really tough. I mean, Resident Evil's got a plethora of characters they could use.
Pierce, can I get some cover?
I mean, you could make an argument for get shot in the back there. I thought they had a good thing going with Ethan Winters, but spoilers for Resident Evil 8, he's gone, so he's not going to become a new iconic character, I don't think. Or not a long one anyway. It's not like they can do lots of comics about him or the animated series that they've been doing. Ah, Red Herb, nice. Strong as always. Where is he going? I need to dive here. Whoa. Get jumping. Love doing that. Doing these jumps, you do feel a bit like Max Payne. Oh my god. I am kind of surrounded here. If Piers wishes to save me, now would be a good time. There we go. Look at that. Awesome kill. Don't really need to worry about him because he hasn't discovered that there's a gate there. So I'll just snipe him. Oh, what? He's got 2 arms. Now he's got no head. Right, let's get up here. Get moving. We've got a level to finish. As I say, this recall file will most likely be split into 2, but I won't do like a separate intro. It'll just be a continuation. Let's go back to the pistol if we can.
Alpha needs to move out to Ace of Spades. Can you relieve them? Roger. Coming in
Whoa.
with the 4 marks. Offering to assist.
Let's get a nice kill. Oh, see ya. But yeah, all these moves do feel a bit like Max Payne, which is a game I definitely need to do for the recall files. That would be awesome. I'll never forget playing Max Payne for the first time and being like, man, this game is awesome, like even now. Like I didn't play Max Payne when I was a kid. I was a bit too young for that one. But even playing it in 2019 when I did it for the first time, even though it's from 2001, man, it felt fresh. Just don't get games like that anymore. You know, even, you know, it's the fastness of it, you know, and the real commitment to moving at all times. I know there's a Max Payne 3, but they kind of made it a lot slower. Oh! I got the impression I could have still hit him then, but I've got to kill bats as soon as possible because bats can get my position. Right, batter that. Gone through some ammo there, but we've still got plenty. Right, I would like to be back with my court partner now. Yes, we are. Yeah, any supplies? No, that's his area. I'm not going in there. Let's get some doors open.
Piers. Roger. Piers.
Yeah, if you want to annoy your partner on co-op, just hold out circle and do this.
HQ to Alpha Team.
Infinite fun
You're
for
almost
infinite
at the
hours.
Ace of Spades.
But yeah, I do remember showing this game up a lot to friends, particularly the opening, because it was just so nuts. Anyone that's seen the Resident Evil 6 prologue will know it is just complete nonsense. I'm still getting hit in cover here, so this is not good cover. This is that Kane and Lynch 2 cover that I often reference. I kind of just need to kill people. Oh my god. Why are they moving in close? We are close to death. Oh my god. Still alive somehow. I'm probably about to die. But yeah, in the sort of Resident Evil absence, you've got games like Evil Within that sort of stepped up to the mantle, I would say, and sort of delivered for us in those dark times before the 7th game. And Evil Within was pretty fun while it was there. A big fan of the first. Well, there are only 2 games, and I kind of like that there's only 2 games. It told its own little neat story. And, you know, I don't really need a 3rd one. It works really well as a 2. I wouldn't say no to an Evil Within 3, but as I say, I don't need that in my life, so I'm happy for that series to stay as it is. Sometimes it's for the best, you know, just 2 games and just leave us to it. You know, I don't need to milk the series for all it's worth. it was great, and we loved it while it was here, and we'll move on. I'm sure they sold like absolute tens of millions that Bethesda wouldn't have seen it that way, but it doesn't matter.
First to HQ. We're at the Ace of
Right,
Spades.
this is one of them holdout sections, isn't it? We don't want a pistol for this.
Bravo team has been dispatched
Yeah,
to
we're definitely
assist
gonna
with
want
search and rescue.
some actual
Stand by
guns
for
here. We've got 5
instructions.
grenades. Jeez, we've got plenty, haven't we?
I needed a
Flash
break.
grenades destroy all kinds of pasta, as I call it.
Damn it.
Oh no, a flashlight.
We've been spotted. They're right on top of us.
Can't destroy it. Why am I wasting bullets? I want the neck break. There we go. And we're going to hit the barrel.
To Bravo team.
We're going to hit a sweet jump like that.
Get to the Ace of Spades on the
Resident Evil horror. Supposedly. There we go. Now it's the series you know and don't love.
We're moving as fast as we can. Keep your panties on, everyone.
Alpha team here. Roger that. We'll do what we can until you get here.
Let's get a grenade in there. Let's jump back and look all cool while doing it. There we go. As I say, you can pull off a lot of cool moves. Mercenary mode is awesome for that, because you can just do so much. Jesus. They were like, do you want explosions? And they were like, yeah, but we want more. Oh, right in the back. I'm now dying. Please save me, Pierce. Thank you. Much appreciated. Stick a syringe in me, because everyone loves a syringe apparently in games. Oh no, I'm dead. Oh man, we're both dead. Absolute disaster. Is that the first death we've had while playing as Resident Evils? It might be. Let's get straight back into it.
Damn it.
That was my own fault for forgetting I
We've been
have
spotted.
grenades.
They're right on top of us.
So, I apologise for that. We'll get it right next time. Second time is always the charm.
HQ to Bravo team.
There we go, get some
Alpha team
explosions
surrounded
in.
by hostiles. Get to
Get
the
some
Ace of
explosions
Spades
for the
on
lads. I say, we don't have to worry about Piers. Big advantage. Sick of protecting him. Sick of protecting Chev in Resident Evil 5.
We're moving as fast
Send
as
that
we
down.
can. Keep your panties on, everyone.
Alpha team here. Roger that. We'll do what we can until you get here.
Ah, barrel up there, hit that. Get rid of them. Stop them shooting us from above. Guarantee this sequence will be done in like 5 minutes now that I'm doing it well. Can I send you back? Yes. Send them straight back to hell. There we go. Protect the roof. I think there's something around it. Oh man, there is quite a lot of enemies. I don't feel like they don't actually stop that much. I don't even know what I'm aiming at this point. I'm just kind of firing.
How many of these assholes do we have
Big
to
explosion. Okay, now they're getting a little bit agitated, which means we're getting somewhere. Oh, that didn't kill the pastor. What is that about? Big punch, though. Oh, man. Can't pick up the herbs. Absolute disaster. There we go. Helicopter support, just like Call of Duty.
Todd, don't leave any Tuamos standing.
Yeah, finally.
Joavo, that is the name. I'd actually forgotten that was the name of the enemies. Where's this helicopter support? Why is it not blowing everything up? Could really do with that herb just to combine, really. Do we get rid of 3 shotgun shells, maybe? Yeah, why not?
All BOWs have been eliminated.
Because we need to combine them.
Alpha team, help Bravo team
Store in
get the
case.
civvies out of
Beautiful.
there.
Worth it for the shotgun shells to be gone. Right, so we're in the building. So we've made good progress now. I think the building is sort of the final
HQ
bit of this,
to
but it is
Alpha.
quite
We
a
have
bit.
your mission brief. Rescue
Save the hostages.
on the 1st and 7th floors, then get out of the building.
We'll
As
open
soon
it
as all
slowly
teams are
like it's
clear, we
really
will
old
commence
school
bombing.
Resident Evil. Yeah, these rooms are pretty cool. That was some great accuracy you just saw there as well. And some great damage taking. We'll go back to the pistol for now. Roll over his corpse. Yeah, I always feel like these characters give Dante a run for his money with all the acrobats. But yeah, these guys will come out of everywhere, these little garages. I say garages, they're like these like shops in, I don't really know, because it's not an area of the world I've ever seen or been to. I don't know if it's like a typical sort of setting of that part of the world. Oh my god, big creepy enemies. To think the biggest thing Chris ever faced was a big snake in the first game. So we can actually switch grenade types, can't we? We're stacked for ammunition here. Get back to the pistol. Plenty of bullets in there. But yeah, even the music feels a bit, you know, Call of Duty, doesn't it? Or Gears of War. It isn't the Resident Evil vibe at all. What's on this floor? The way. It's there's no puzzles to worry about here. I don't think, does this game have any puzzles? Well, I think it does in Ada's campaign. But they're not ones that you're going to be like, oh man, this is hard. I might lose progress doing this, or I might lose hours of my life trying to figure this one puzzle out. There's none of that. You're not going to drop anything. You are indeed, actually. Go on, beat him up. Oh, hello. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen as soon as I went down. Shotgun. Thankfully, these like spider-like enemies are a lot easier to kill than their bat counterparts. Jesus. Yeah, so you think Resident Evil's, you know, lore, the virus certainly seems to downgrade by the time we got to 7, doesn't it? It's just them mold enemies, and I'm not being funny, but I think them mold enemies won't stand much of a chance against these geezers. So remember the hostages are on the on the spider enemies. So it's almost worth waiting for them, I think. I don't think you fail if you shoot them. Like with a grenade or anything, at least I don't remember that being a thing. There you go. Oh!
Alpha to HQ, 7th floor hostage.
Yeah, she's alright. She's not dead.
The other hostage.
The floor above you. You need to move quickly.
Ah! Get a grenade in there. Think that did it? Yes, there we go. Let's have some fresh Mentos. That'll heal us. So where are we now? Down the floor, is it? Always simple, isn't it? Gotta think this was at a time when I think Fast and Furious was like absolute, like, not quite its peak ridiculousness, was it? It really was the era of excess, though. I don't want to be up here, do I? Or down here, sorry. Because Piers is upstairs. Actually, I need to be going the wrong way, man. Level's long enough without me doing that. Here we go, is this the way? It is. Oh yeah, there's our hostage. Save him! Oh my god. Oh, that killed. They die really easily. I mean, they are nimble though, so it does make sense. You know, you want a nimble enemy to die quick. That's just good game design, right? The fact the guy's like screaming, squirming away for help. Yeah, there are still enemies about. They're just getting close. Ah! I can't move in these awkward corridors. And there's more of them spider enemies approaching. Right, get him now. I think I did it. There we go. I mean, that hostage is dead, but they don't need to know that.
There's one more on the first floor.
Another hostage. Leave him. Let's get some ammunition. I mean, we don't need to write a lot of ammunition at this point. I think this game has an interesting boss with a big snake, actually, funnily enough, in Chris's campaign. Which is a nice throwback to Resident Evil 1. How do I get down there? It all looks the same. No. Bear with me. Yeah, we got some ammo now, haven't we? Does anyone know the way out? This way. I hope there's not a secret door I've missed. Oh, this might have been... You're right, this might have been where I should have gone earlier. So they have kind of just copy-pasted some rooms here, haven't they? I'm getting some ammo first, Peters. I give the orders round here. I'm Chris Redfield. Who are you? A lift in a time like this? You don't know the building's on fire. Never go in a lift when the building's on fire. Use the stairs.
All hostages on the 15th floor secured. Leaving the building now.
Okay, that just leaves us.
I might be able to do this level in one part, actually. I might not need 2 parts. Oh, you see.
Stopped. Now what?
This is what happens when you use a lift in a fire.
I can get through the ceiling if you give me a hand.
I actually don't know how viable this is in real life, by the way, because I was recently in a lift that wasn't particularly moving fast. And I was having a look above me and I thought, I'm not sure I could do a John McClane and start climbing out of it. I didn't see any, like, ceiling that I could bust through, so... Yeah. And that was the end of Chris Redfield. How he didn't die there, I don't know.
Captain, you okay?
Captain, you okay? No, he should be dead. He shouldn't have any body parts left. He's dead. Oh, why does he get the cool... Oh, I get them as well. I was going to say, he got supplies and I didn't. Oh man, I need first aid spray though. Can't deny me that. Do I get rid of 12 bullets? Probably. Yeah. I do hate that game. I hate that side of it. Look at this, LMGs, they got saws. Oh man. Call of Duty is strong in this one.
Come on, you can take him.
Nope. Not what I missed though, apparently. Oh, for fuck's sake. That's it, you hit him with Barrett. That'll do it. Better than me. There you go. How easy was that? Nothing to it. Right, can we get in now? Oh, you want me to do more of this stop and pop shit? Oh man, it's not working. This reminds me a bit of that bit in Resident Evil 4, but nowhere near as good. You know when the door keeps opening in the original and you have to like play whack-a-mole? Right, can we enter now? Yeah.
Follow me.
Yeah, go, go, go. Kill them all. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm dead. I'm not dead, but I might as well be at the minute. Why has everybody left us? Why has the squad not followed in here? This is poor leadership. What the hell? He's double arms. I'm just gonna avoid all this. See ya. There we go. Right, I think we're good. That's it, I'm just gonna... What other weapons have I got here? 10... What are these? Incendiary rounds or something? Seems to be... Oh, like shock rounds? I can't tell. I'm not using them. I want the one with like 20 odd. Just standard explosives, aren't they? 23 explosive rounds of a grenade launcher, honestly. In Resident Evil, in any game, Uncharted like limits you to like 6. And that's an action game. Even Call of Duty let you have you more than 12. Man, Capcom, you really did go insane for a bit in the 2010s. Down the stairs. At least we're going the right way.
I'm clear of the building. HQ here. Copy that.
But yeah, let me know what your favourite campaign of the 3 was. I mean, nobody's saying anything, so we'll skip that.
Clear of the building. HQ here. Copy that.
Can I throw a grenade down
Alpha
there?
is still on premises. Bombing will start once they're clear.
Oh, nice. That was kind of not intentional either. Not with timing. Oh, I remember the game wants you to do the cool Call of Duty here, I think, doesn't it?
Going in. Ready?
Yep. Here we go. Yep. I mean, it's not quite Call of Duty, is it? Breaching and clearing. Oh, man. Oh, I'm near dead here. Peters! Oh, shit! Save me! Ah! Oh, there it is. Call of Duty. Oh my god, I mean, I didn't aim anywhere near where I needed to aim. I kind of must have killed her then.
Copy that, Alpha. Now clear out of there.
Use some first aid spray. Man, it just isn't what it needs to be, is it? That's the thing. I did say buy this game, but just know it is goofy as shit and doesn't always work. But it's fun.
Come in, HQ. All hostages are okay. Alpha
But
team
yeah,
is clear.
hostages secured.
Copy that. Commencing with bombing.
Oh no.
Shit, we're trapped. What the hell do we do now?
Get blown up.
HQ to Alpha.
Probably not walk, but we've got to do the Gears of
You
War
can get out
walking.
on the 3rd floor. There's a balcony on the west side of the building. Get moving.
I mean, couldn't you just try and shift the rubble?
Alpha team, get out of there now.
Yeah, we've got to do the
Operations to
classic,
bomb
oh no,
are
the
complete.
building.
Planes have been scrambled.
We don't want to be here when those birds show up.
Oh, it's here. We're a bit late.
We started bombing. Guess they don't care that we're still in
Yeah,
here.
that's that animation I was talking about, you know, that you'll see that a lot where, you know, Chris or Piers just gets blown apart. Where are we going?
This building isn't gonna last long.
Up. I think up's a good idea. Camera's not being agreeable.
The place is falling apart.
So now we're doing Uncharted, I think.
Here, go around it.
Why are their enemies still shooting us? Don't they know the building's about to blow up? Here we go, Nathan Drake. Oh, we got to jump together. Oh, fuck's sake.
Hurry up.
Could help him, maybe? No. Oh, I love it. It's so stupid.
Here.
This is the real peak of the series. The next game is Resident Evil 7. With Jack Baker and Marguerite Baker and their dodgy food. I mean, there's a bit more to it, just dodgy food. It is human remains off memory, but... yeah. I think that is it. That is the level. We'll skip the cutscenes. We're not here for cutscenes. Only an A rank. I wanted S. That's probably because my death. I actually did that really quick. And normally, last time it took me like 50 minutes. I'm happy with that. I'll end the game. But yeah, we showed the first chapter of Chris Redfield's campaign. This was another edition of the Recall Files. Quite actually enjoyed that. Resident Evil 6 is always a fun time, usually. Take it in small doses. But seriously, if you want a game to play just with lots of content, just something, you know, not going to use your brain, you know, you just want to kind of chill out and play something, you can do way worse than Resident Evil 6. You can also do a lot better. You know, you could just play Gears of War, the game it's trying to copy, but you see, some of these levels do take a long time. I mean, I say I did all of these on co-op. I kind of do want to do the game on my own and just really give it a go. But yeah, Jake seemed a little bit shorter. But yeah, we had a fun time with it, me and my friend. Don't think we played this one in COVID. But yeah, Ada's levels are particularly short. Yeah, look at that. Ada's campaign is what ties the whole game together. It also wasn't designed with co-op in mind, so the spare character literally has nothing to do. But it can just shoot his gun, that's about it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching the Recall Files, guys. I'll see you next week for another episode. Next time we're tackling Metal Gear Solid 2 on the tanker. I know I said no more Metal Gear for a while, but you've had 3 weeks of Resident Evil, so I think it's fair enough that we return to that. Honestly, the next one's a cracker next week, so look forward to that one. And for now, I shall say au revoir.